students, welcome to the next video of Applied Mathematics Semester 2. In today's video, we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 3, Application of Derivative from unit number 1, Differential Calculus. So let us start application of derivative. So first of all, we are going to see the learning outcomes. So after watching this video, student, you will be able to define second order derivative. Okay, you know what is the meaning of second order derivative after watching this video. Then student, you will also be able to find equation of tangent and normal to the given curve. Then third, you are going to learn how to find the maximum value, that is maxima, and minimum value, that means minima, for a given equation. Then next point is you will be able to solve the given simple problems based on radius of curvature. Okay, so after watching this whole video, you will be able to define all these things. So let us start. Now the very first thing is introduction. So there are various application of derivatives not only in maths and real life but also in other fields like science, engineering, physics, etc. In previous classes you must have learned to find the derivative of different functions like trigonometric function, implicit functions, logarithmic functions, etc. In this section, you will learn the use of derivatives with respect to mathematical concepts. Now, the very first thing which you are going to learn in this chapter is second order derivative. Okay. What do we mean by second order derivative? So for understanding the second order derivative, let us step back a bit and understand what a first derivative is. The first derivative, that means dy upon dx, represents the rate of change in y with respect to x. Okay. Now considering an example, if the distance covered by a car in 10 seconds is 60 meters, then the speed is the first order derivative of the distance, right, traveled with respect to time. Hence the speed in this case is given as 6010 meter per second. We know that speed also varies and does not remain constant forever. Thus, to measure this rate of change in speed, one can use the second derivative. Okay, that is an example of second order derivative. Now, let us see the definition of second order derivative and representation. So, the second order derivative is nothing but the derivative of the first derivative of the given function. So the variation in speed of the car can be found out by finding out the second derivative. That means the rate of change of speed with respect to time. So the second derivative of distance traveled with respect to the time. Graphically, the first derivative represents the slope of the function at a point, and the second derivative describes how the slope changes over the independent variable in the graph. Okay, so for a function having a variable slope, the second derivative explains the curvature of the given graph. So in this graph, the blue line indicates the slope. That means the first derivative of the given function, and the second derivative is used to define the nature of the given function. For example, we use the second derivative test to determine the maximum, minimum, or the point of inflection. Okay, so mathematically, if y is equal to f of x, then dy upon dx equal to f dash x. Okay, now if f dash x is differentiable, then differentiating dy upon dx again with respect to x, we get second order derivative. That means, as you can see here, derivative of dy upon dx, that is equal to d2y upon dx square, means f double dash x. Okay, so second order derivative means we are differentiating first order derivative. Okay, we are differentiating derivative only, that is known as a second order derivative. So similarly, higher order derivatives can also be defined in the same way, like d3y upon dx3 represent a third order derivative. Then similarly, d4y upon dx raised to 4 represent a fourth order derivative, and so on. Okay, let us see one example. So if y is equal to x cube plus 2x square plus 4, okay, then differentiating this y with respect to x, we get dy upon dx, right? That is equal to derivative of x cube is 3x square plus 2 constant into derivative of x square is 2x plus derivative of 4 is 0. So that is equal to 3x plus 3x square plus 4x. Okay, this is the derivative. Now let me clear this. So now this is the derivative. Derivative is dy upon dx, that is equal to, okay, dy upon dx, that is equal to 3x square plus 4x. Okay, now again I am going to differentiate this derivative. So what I will get? I will get 3 into 2x plus 4, right? That is equal to 6x plus 4. And this is the derivative of this dy upon dx, means it is we are going to represent this derivative, this second order derivative, as d2y upon dx square. Okay, so when we are differentiating first order derivative with respect to x, then we get d2y upon dx square, which is known as a second order derivative. Okay, so second order derivative example, see, d2y upon dx square. If y is equal to e raised to x cube minus 3x raised to 4, okay, then dy upon dx will be derivative of e raised to x cube is e raised to x cube into 3x square minus derivative of 3x raised to 4. 3 is constant, derivative of x raised to 4 is 4x cube. So that is equal to 12x cube. Now again I am differentiating this with respect to x. So what I am getting? d2y upon dx square. So e raised to x cube into 3x square as it is. Okay. Now we have to apply u into v formula. So e raised to x cube into derivative of 3x square, right? So that is equal to 6x. Okay, then plus 3x square as it is into derivative of ex cube is ex cube into 3x square. Okay, so that is the derivative of this dy upon dx. Okay, see one more example. Question is, if y is equal to 4, sine inverse x square, then find d2y upon dx square. So I am going to differentiate this with respect to x. So what I will get? I will get 4 upon root of 1 minus x raised to 4. Why? Because derivative of sine inverse x is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. Okay. So this will be 4 upon under root of 1 minus x raised to 4 into derivative of x square, and derivative of x square is 2x. Okay. Now again I am going to differentiate this with respect to x. So here just wait. Here this is equal to 8x upon under root of 1 minus x square. So 8 is a constant, so we'll take it outside. Now the remaining term is x upon under root of 1 minus x square. Right? Now, okay, fine. We'll take this 2x as u into v rule. So 2x into derivative of 4 upon under root of 1 minus x square plus 4 upon under root of 1 minus x square into derivative of 2x. Okay, using u into v rule. So that means this is equal to, okay, after simplifying this, we get this as minus 8 into x raised to 4 plus 1 upon x raised to 4 minus 1 into root of 1 minus x raised to 4. With this I am concluding this video. So thank you students.